Hey Virgo, welcome to your first half of July reading. So happy to see you. I hope this finds you well. We are doing a general reading for the collective of Virgo Sun and Rising today. It won't resonate with everybody. It couldn't possibly, even if I wanted it to. So if it doesn't, you know the drill. Check out the reading that aligns with your rising sign, or you can be a cross watcher and watch the Sun or Rising readings for your divine counterpart. And some people do ask, is this good for moon signs? That depends really, because these are individual zodiac readings, not elemental readings. When I do the elemental readings like earth signs in general or fire signs in general, then it makes sense, whatever, because you may have a lot of planets in fire signs or earth signs. So that makes sense. But for these readings, they're a little more specific and targeted. So what I would say is if you have a lot of Virgo in your chart, 3 or more planets in Virgo, then this is fine. Okay? I hope that answers that question. Couple of announcements. I have decided all of the July private readings were booked as of the last day of June. So I'm already booked a month in advance. I have put August on hold and I may discontinue private readings for good. So if you're interested, there is a link below. Click. I think I've got a handful of 3-card readings left. Everything else has been booked up, but I wanted to let you know so that if the event that you wanted to get in with me before I close off readings. And what am I going to do with that extra time? Well, first of all, the private readings are my side job, and that doesn't start till 7 p.m. at night and keeps me going until at least 11 or 12 in session, and then uploading all the videos and sending all the photographs. It's been like keeping me up till 2 or 3 in the morning. So A, I'm going to get a little more sleep, and B, I am going to turn my attention to creating some courses and some workshops that people have been asking for on tarot, on life purpose, on the twin flame connection. So you will be the first to know about that, I promise. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull 2 cards from Wisdom of the Oracle. As you know, I pull 1 card for Divine Masculine, 1 card for Divine Feminine. The labels aren't as important as finding your storyline. If the storyline resonates, then it's your storyline regardless of which side you're on here. So, and you can feel free to flip it around. Masculine gets card number 8, the Tribe. The Tribe, a beautiful card. Being with like-minded others. And the feminine gets here and now, card 32, here and now. That is staying in the moment. 3 and 2 is 5, and 5 is kind of a card of a little bit of change is in the mix. So that might be something that requires you, feminine, to stay present. I will pull 1 card for you, Virgo, from Queen of the Moon Oracle. Queen of the Moon Oracle, because we just came through the full moon in Capricorn with a penumbral lunar eclipse. A lot of heavy energy. I know it kept me up, so I wanted to see what the Queen of the Moon has to say. Just for you, Virgo, just for you. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so unbelievable. Same card came out for Taurus. Resistance. Wow, that's freaky. 2 readings in a row, same card. Again, card 25. It is, it is asking you to look at how resistance manifests in your life. So here's what it says. Familiarize yourself with how resistance manifests for you, the overt and the covert. If you continue to have doors slammed in your face, turn around. There will normally be an open door. Procrastination is just another kind of fear. Move forward with confidence and persistence. So I am a late great procrastinator. Most Virgos are not normally procrastinators. I must have an affliction somewhere in my natal chart because I procrastinate like in ways so big and small that I can't even form the words right now. I can't even begin to tell you how much the art of procrastination has impacted my life for the negative. So, examine your resistance. Where is it? What's it about? What's it look like? What's happening? Woo. Okay, can't believe that card came out twice. So there's some meaning there. Something going on, and I love that it has a, you know, the earth is clenched in the fist, the trees and the grass and the birds, and yeah. Earth. Taurus is an earth sign. Get where I'm going. Okay, let me just get to it. Woo, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider joining us here. Subscribe, like, share, and for those who are returning, you know I love you. Sister Virgo. Oh, that Queen of Wands. Tell me it isn't happening again. Oh, God. Masculine shows up with this energy of the Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag. This for some of you, you know right away, that right out the gate you got goosebumps. Queen of Wands has been showing up a lot. I'll talk about her in a minute. Feminine showing up in the energy of the Two of Wands, choosing the path, looking out on the horizon, sizing up the options and your way forward. There isn't a right or wrong, but one of these roads is definitely better for you than the other, dear feminine. So it's something that you are considering. It is a choice that has to be made for how you're going to move forward. Interesting that both cards are fire energy. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm only laughing because, okay. So, you know, whenever I do a Virgo reading and the Hermit card shows up and any cards with Leo show up, I get nervous. But we do have Pisces here in the moon, so we've got some other energies showing up, and Gemini in the Lovers card, so that's good. But the feminine, I feel, really making a choice after a long time on a solitary journey for self-awareness, personal growth, really an inner focus, possibly withdrawing from this connection, possibly withdrawing in general, really keeping to themselves. This is very much our game, Virgo. We do well alone, and we grow best when we are self-introspective. So that Sage of the Tarot there in the Hermit feels like maybe there's some emerging, maybe there's some coming out of that hermited, cloistered, reclusive energy, because now I see this little message of love, could be a message of love or apology, and a feminine who is choosing the path. Going forward, another choice needs to be made. The Lovers, to me, feels like a very protected card. It is, when you look at it, it looks exactly like the Devil card, except with angel protection, okay? But still with two very vulnerable figures here, unclothed, in their purest form, and they are together, but yet they're sort of not even touching. They're not holding hands. It's almost as if they're looking at each other. Do you choose me? Do I choose you? And then the other option for the Lovers card is that we choose ourselves. We come home to ourselves. And this does sort of feel like a coming home to me. So we'll see where this leads us. Masculine, I am going to clarify the Queen of Wands, but this is somebody who very, you know, in their power, magnetic, fierce personality. These are go-getters. Whether it's a man or a woman, doesn't matter. The Queen does have extra cups, so she does have the capacity for compassion. And with that little black cat at her feet, she's also kind of mystical and magical. In her lower vibration, takes no prisoners. So there's that. And I say that because masculine's present experience of this connection, they're not giving up. It's been a very arduous journey for this masculine. 9 of Wands is sort of that perseverance, pushing through beyond that point where you feel you can't go on anymore. So there is this sort of relentless pursuit of what they want, because it's passion, it's wands, and they haven't given up, but they are at the end of their rope. In the past, very guarded, very buttoned up. Look at that Four of Pentacles, the center pentacle. Do you see that vice grip? I always like to make this gesture so you see what's being covered. Is the person's greatest asset is their heart. Very protected and guarded. Now, not really willing to give up yet, though. And then moving forward, something isn't clear. There is some fear around the situation moving forward. And it's triggering insecurities. It is preying upon this masculine's every perceived weakness. So let's look at that. Obviously, I'm most curious about the Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands here, please? Moving to calmer waters. That feels good. There we go. We're off to the races, Virgo. Devil energy shows up with the S. Getting away from the toxicity. I feel the Queen of Wands is the toxic one here. That showed up in the last reading almost exactly as I'm seeing it here. You know the drill. For those who are new, y'all might want to check. Go watch some of those Virgo readings and Leo readings, because there is a toxic energy and this masculine's been trying to get away from it for a while. They haven't given up. They're making their way out of Dodge. I have to just call it as I see it based. Yeah, they do want a reconciliation here. That's what's motivating them. That Six of Wands underneath is what's prompting them to kind of escape this karmic connection with this Queen of Wands, is their desire to reconcile with the feminine, who I believe is the Virgo. If you're here as a masculine Virgo, just flip it around. Then this will be you. This will be the other person. Call it a masculine. Call it a feminine. I just need a structure to follow. The labels are less important. I need a structure. That's how I work. Four of Pentacles in the past. I'm going to keep calling this the masculine. So Four of Pentacles in the past, very guarded. Holding on very tightly to something that they value. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Moving toward love. But I feel that they're not, because the Four, here's the thing, the Four of Pentacles is stuck energy. That person's seated, they're going nowhere. And yet this person wants to move toward, or wanted to move toward love. That was also in the last Leo reading, I think. I'm not sure whether this came out in the Leo or the Virgo, but it's showing back up here, so I have to draw attention to it. Yeah, Emperor. Masculine really wanted to move toward love, stepping into the masculine energy, divine masculine energy of the Emperor. What's that about? The Emperor embodies the best attributes of all four kings. So as such represents divine masculine in all its best forms. In its lower vibration can be a tyrant, right? My way or the highway, very controlling, very possessive. So I'm not saying that. I'm saying someone who wanted to move toward love in that elevated energy of the divine masculine, but was too locked down and guarding something that was very important to them. Nine of Wands. Present experience of this connection. They're not giving up on it. That's good to know. Not giving up on who? Hermit. See what's happening here? I'm not acting nonchalant on purpose. I'm almost beyond shock. I'm beyond shock. Not giving up. This has been a solitary journey for this masculine as well. So I do feel that this is part of the program here where they're making an exit. They're breaking away from something toxic. Within mind is reconciliation, but right now they haven't given up. They're at that part where they're on the solitary journey, moving toward the feminine. Queen of Swords comes out again. Yep. Understanding and being aware that they need to act with high integrity, honor, and character. That's what this feminine wants, is truth. Come at me, sure. Make your return, sure. But bring the truth with you, because I'm a truth seeker and I'm a truth teller. So I do feel that in this scenario, I'm feeling Queen of Swords coming from this feminine. Along with the Hermit energy that the feminine's now moving out of, which is great. I feel, though, that what's coming in its place is an awareness on the part of the masculine that they could get cut out of a situation. So they better bring their A game of truth, energy, integrity. Yeah, and there's a lot of healing that's, right? This masculine knows that that's why the Queen of Swords is here. Because the truth has not been told. There has been something between these two that have been going on for a long time, regardless of the sun sign, quite frankly. We do have Capricorn here. We have Aries here. We have Pisces, I said, Virgo, Leo. We've got it all. Gemini. So regardless of the, who, if you're here as a Virgo, who it is, they recognize that there's some truth that needs to be told with the utmost attention to honor. And that's the healing energy underneath. That's what the focus is. That truth is going to help this situation. The two of you heal. Jeez, can't make it up. There you are, Leo. There's our Leos. And that's the healing will bring the happiness. But it all starts with the truth. I'm sorry I'm getting stuck on this, but I felt like I wasn't kind of getting clear. Queen of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so we do have Gemini twice. For those, that will be important to you. Moving forward in the future here, the moon. Feeling triggered, unsure, no. So this masculine's going to move forward very slowly, Knight of Pentacles, with a plan because of the fear. It's more about their fears and apprehensions. It can be it can be their insecurities, but I feel like this is somebody who's been wanting to move forward for some time. So I feel that the desire to move forward and to reconcile with this feminine is going to overcome the fear, but they're taking it real bloody slow. Trying to assess realities on the ground here with this Two of Pentacles. It is literally like, where am I going to fit in this? Can I even make this thing happen? Those Two Pentacles tell me that this masculine is very much concerned with manifesting everything you see here in the here and now. It's very much about real life and not what they've been imagining all along. That moon card can sometimes be a little bit of illusion. But they're under no illusion now. Two of Wands for the feminine. One of my favorite cards. Like the whole world of possibilities is in your hand. Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh. Okay. So then we have the Five of Pentacles. There is some concern here about abandonment. Almost like, do I choose this wish fulfillment, this sort of happiness in the moment, or will I be ghosted again? Abandoned again? There's scarcity mindset here, lack consciousness as well. There's not enough of what's good and happy and joyful in life for me. Underneath the world, endings and new beginnings. That's what the feminine is trying to decide. Is it worth this risk? Endings and new beginnings. As I look out on the horizon and I'm choosing the path, one may lead toward happiness and wish fulfillment. The other may lead me to, you know, total abandonment and instability. Wow. Aquarius and Capricorn in that world card. In the past, Hermit. Classic card of Virgo. Sure, not one step forward, right? Overthinking things a bit. The Eight of Swords is all about overthinking, not knowing your next best step forward, and therefore not taking any. Hence the solitary journey. Kind of very stuck with regard to this connection. Feeling a little trapped, as a matter of fact. Feeling like anything I do, if I make one mistake, I'm done. One of my other favorite cards, Two of Swords. This is a lot of thought. A lot of thought went into this feminine's perception of the connection and how to approach it. Lots of deep thought, really heavy on the internal reflection. Looking at decisions that have to be made. What is the meaning behind them? What do I gain from it? What can I possibly lose? That all these twos, right? The two twos here are very powerful because they're about decision and choice, as is the Lover's card. So this feminine has been put to that task. Yeah, I'll take this. Seven of Cups. Underneath, definitely overwhelmed on an emotional level. That's why we have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords. The Eight of Swords is about being stuck in your mind and overthinking things to the point of paralysis. Virgos were great at that. And then like analysis paralysis. You ever hear that? And then that Two of Swords is really trying to quiet all the noise to go into that zone where you can make a decision. But it was just very overwhelming on an emotional level and confusing. This is a feminine who felt very confused by the messages they were receiving. Could even be on an energetic level. Present experience, we've got the Page of Cups. Message of love or apology. Eight of Pentacles. I do feel now like I'm seeing this as a message of apology and a desire to work on something, to focus on a creative solution to a problem. Seven of Swords. So I feel this is a message of apology coming into the feminine. Could be from the feminine too, focusing on some measure of deceit, a creative solution to a problem. I mean, this is the Eight of Pentacles is doing the work. It's putting your head down and focusing on one thing at a time. And in this case, the one thing is some measure of betrayal or deceit. Or duplicity, or trying to get away with something. It did come up in past readings for you, Virgo. And it just feels like that's the problem. That's the problem. And this masculine knows that that's the problem, because that's why this Swords comes up. Queen of Swords with that healing card underneath. So, yeah. Oh, gosh. I mean, I'm looking at Leo and Virgo right here. And it feels like only the truth will set you free. And that's what I feel this feminine is exploring right now with this Two of Wands. Do I take this chance at what could be a wish is fulfilled, to explore this, to focus on that betrayal? Or will I just get left again, betrayed again, abandoned again. So I'm feeling a lot of reluctance. Oh, well, here's what's motivating the feminine underneath. That's why the feminine's willing to risk it, perhaps, followed by what? Ace of Pentacles. Can't make it up, guys. Ace of Swords. You got 3 aces here. Wow. Missing the Ace of Wands. This feminine sees this as a brand new beginning. Enlightenment, that the truth, that golden truth coming in, divine gift of truth and honesty that could set this whole connection on a brand new trajectory. It's interesting that 2 of Wands is there. But it is a risk. It's a risk because, first of all, this is what's underneath. So it's like they're motivated by the grandness of the opportunity, a new beginning with love, a new beginning that's more stable and grounded, and also clarity, the divine gift of truth and clarity to make all this make sense. But there's a risk involved, because what has to be worked through between both parties is whatever that 7 of Swords was about. And when I'm looking up here with the Queen of Wands, 6 of Swords, and the Devil, yeah, I think we know who our other player is. Lovers going forward. Spirit's making me work for it today, Virgo. We now have that 2 of Wands comes back out. This is all going to be about choice. If you are here as the feminine, will you choose, or whoever this person is, I feel is the Virgo, will you choose this partner? Will you choose the lover? Will you choose this connection? Or will you come home to yourself and choose you? It's about choice. Now, I'm not saying if you choose the masculine that you're not choosing yourself. I'm saying if the situation with the 7 of Swords, with the Devil energy here, if all of that doesn't come through with the clarity and the truth that you need, what will you choose? Well, that seems like a no-brainer to me. But that's just me. One more card on that. There we go. There's your Leo, King of Wands. Will you choose yourself? Are you, choosing the path with the King of Wands. You feel me now, Virgo? For some of you, we are talking about a Capricornian. Could be talking about an Aries. We could be talking about another Virgo. We could be talking about Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, more Gemini. So I just want to let you know that as it rolls out, I have to give attention to the storyline that I feel I'm most likely reading for. But there are plenty of other options here. If this is speaking to you and you want to find out where we go from the point of choice, the link to the extended is below. What I normally do is pick 3 cards that sort of bring the 2 of you together, since I've already looked at you separately, and I get a more holistic look with the clarifiers. Then it's messages from the masculine to the feminine. What are they not saying, but they're trying to communicate to you? And if you're the feminine, what messages are you sending to a masculine? Energetically. And then Virgo, 1 card for you from your higher self, spirit of the universe. That sometimes comes through as clarity or confirmation or advice, and sometimes a warning. Danger. And then the last card will be the outcome card. What can you expect going forward, and in what time frame, if timing is a factor? So please understand, if timing doesn't show up, I don't address it. It means everything's in progress. Keep moving forward. Okay, beautiful Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me here. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second. Otherwise, have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you on a future reading. Take care. Bye.